And we're not nerds here. We're only proud and mighty dwarves. Welcome, everybody, to a fantastic end to a fantastic week, where we have made great progress in the channels, and all of you have made great progress in your lives. Who needs January 1st to set down new goals when you can just make shit up on the fly? How are you guys doing today? Phone is on mute. Let me make sure phone's on mute so I don't get noises and stuff in the middle of anything. Phone is in fact on mute. Put it over there, face down. Get these over. Just gotta make sure everything's centered. Oh, don't touch whatever cable I just touched. What is going on? Trying to make this in the middle. Here we go. All right. Am I off center? Something just feels wrong. I feel like I'm not sitting right compared to where I'm normally supposed to be. I don't know. Yeah, see, according to the camera, I'm supposed to be over here. Monitors are over there. Did you get moved? Is that what's doing this? Did the camera get moved? Did I like center myself off the camera placement, and at some point in the middle of the week I bumped the camera? I don't know, whatever. Probably will happen during the next week, because I'll go crazy at some point and just remodel my entire desk again. I really want to make an adamantine statue of my dwarf. I don't think we have enough adamantine. That, like, I think I'm gonna have to leave that on pause just because of how much we use in the military. Adamantine, was it thread? Wafers we're down to 10, and we're using some. And I'm forgetting what you had before wafers, but I don't think we have any of those. And we're basically out of adamantine. Oh, and let me bring up the... That's a good start. I suppose that is a good start to a stream. Who began a mysterious construction and where? Let's get a nice zoom in. You are at the glass furnace and you're doing something with glass. Hopefully it's very useful. I don't think an adamantine glass sword would be as good as, adamantine glass. An artifact glass sword would be as good as an adamantine, just period, but maybe it would. Go by Etor Tundra Cobalt. Yeah, but it's in the program. It still goes by Dragoman. It still goes by the It still goes by your name. That's fine, Mr. Mantium. As long as you're here showing your presence, we will all bask in the glory. BTW. BTW. Now, for those of you who are also watching on the YouTubes and or are not in our Discord, I have finally completely caught up with everything being encoded, like even uploaded. The only reason why last week's videos aren't public is because there were over 80 videos and making them all hit public at the same time was just going to be very, very bad. Am I bright? Do I need to raise? Nah, I think it's a bit overcast today. Was going to make it off. So I'm making 4 videos go public on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until they all become public. Portal? The fuck do you mean portal? Toon Olsnil See-Through Builder, the vampire, has created Eshikistic Buketsticum, a green glass portal. She claims... What is a portal? Is that a door? A barrier that covers a hole in a wall and controls horizontal passage. Can open and close doors as needed. It's a door. It's an artifact green glass door. It's actually pretty amazing. Doors may be able to block the flow of liquids as long as they remain closed, may be set as locked to prevent creatures. All right, it's a door. Known as Rent Shriveled, the Quick Jail. That's amazing. Rent Shriveled, the Quick Jail, a green glass portal worth 84,000 dwarf bucks. This is a green glass portal. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with briolette cut cat's eyes, decorated with baguette cut green glass gems, and encircled with bands of beaked dog leather and emerald cut cat's eyes. The object is adorned with hanging rings of green glass and menaces with spikes of hematite, cave spider silk, and obsidian. On the item is an image of a pomegranate tree in iron. Now I just gotta think of where the hell I want an artifact door. Yo, that's fucking balls. That's amazing. I don't know where to put an artifact door though. Oh, I guess so. And who boomed himself? It just says, I look over and I see a bunch of messages were deleted. Who boomed themselves? Oh yes, Beak Dog Leather has already made it onto an artifact. Yeah, because we accidentally butchered a bunch of them as soon as we got them. Put the portal in jail. You have a point. Where's the jail? That would make people happy. Does anyone remember where I put the jail? I put the jail in the bedroom, didn't I? Why is there just a bunch of food laying around? Who's been dumping turkey? They're all forbidden too. Oh, is this from like the fighting or something? You're not forbidden anymore, right? Okay. This is... So we can go that far. I would need a wall to come out one, like here, so I can put the door there. But there would be a door that they could be amused with. So we'll remove that floor to put a wall to put a door. Might be able to steal some interesting animals from the elves at some point as well. Also, have our people come back? Are they even out? They're not even out right now. All right, so from the end of last stream, we learned that we've basically slaughtered these people. So we're going to raid details. This is a raise. I want to slowly remove the goblins from the face of the earth. We are not freeing or releasing anything. I don't even want their items. I don't want anything. Just raise them. Raise it to the ground. And the Earth and Lone Triangles, I want to say, is a squad we send. Raise Slaughter Shattered. Yep, that seems like Earth and Lone Triangles. We will send them out.
There's an unhappy dwarf throwing a tantrum.
Did you get boomed again? We can start a destruction at 1-4. Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to see if we can go full tilt and remove it off the face. And we'll do like a printer, a dot matrix printer of destruction, and just start taking out the top rows. Because remember what we learned last time is somewhere in the middle here, probably off of this, there is actually a different civilization of goblins. They've civil warred. So there's the wider civilization, and then there was a city in the middle that's civil warred. This 10,000 isn't a capital per se of these people. You know, it says the same civilization here. Somewhere that we learned last time, there was like a group in here that had civil warred and were different from the rest. It says that they're all the same civilization from this screen, but Legends mode said differently. Either that or what we were seeing in Legends mode was a civilization that no longer exists, and I didn't understand the years. Well, we could, but you have to remember that top one didn't have artifacts. We've already been at that top one multiple times. So if there's something important there, like the first time I assault every place, I'm going to do it stealthy-like, just to maximize our chances of not knowing what we're going into. But after that, once we get like a success or two, we're just gonna start beating that town in over and over and over until I can do a successful raise. We got Dwarf. Number 12. Oh yeah, that's just Death Star being injured. Really wish she could have been healed by the vampirism. I'm going to take off, seeing who is or is not a vampire. In the future, any new dwarf that comes in just either will or will not survive to become a vampire. That's what it's going to come down to. Dwarf number 12 for Mr. Man TM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mr. Man TM, you are a gym boy. You're a pretty rock dwarf. Mr. Man TM. I remember seeing rumored we could have a room dedicated to spoils of war with all sorts. So some of them did. We saw supposed artifacts in this location. Not all of these are artifacts though. Some of these are just, oh, it's a writing. You know what I'm saying? The denial for everyone, I don't think is an artifact. I think that's just a piece of paper for the library. I think it's a book. I could, however, do... Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for the resub, Sandhills Bell. I've got my alert audio all the way maxed, and I hear it at a different level than you do. And that one was at like 0 decibels. It's not usually that I hear something louder than me. There you go. How you doing, Sand? All right, after I get shot again, I'm gonna take off. So in advance, I'll see you later. Catch up, man. No problem. Actually, I'm having major issues. I ran out of ketchup yesterday. I'm going through the ketchup withdrawal. I need my fix. What am I gonna do? I am good, you. I'm doing fine. So, yes and no. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Even the things that aren't fine are really fine. They're only not fine for the things that had to be not fine for things to be fine in the future. Everything I just said made sense. So, uploaded new videos. I'm gonna lower this. It's at 3. I'm gonna lower this because I'm losing my own train of thought. Ooh. Everything from the archive has been all the way encoded and uploaded to YouTube, which means going ahead, I now finally, over a month after I said I was going to, have a stable streaming recording schedule since I don't have a major backlog of things to be going through. I put it in the Discord. I'm forgetting what it is right now. 1. 2, the primary YouTube channel, I basically had to delete all of my comments in, as stupid as that sounds, because my primary channel wasn't a brand account. It was a personal Google account. But the secondary archive channel was a brand account. So in order to allow editors or anyone else to assist me, I had to make it a brand account, which means I had to make a new YouTube account, RNG Strategist with a capital S, because apparently last time I used a lowercase s, and then transferred the channel from the Google account lowercase RNG Strategist to the brand account capital RNG Strategist. On the viewer's end, it doesn't look like it changed much. However, for some reason, as part of this process, it deletes every comment I made. Because you just need to. It can't just control paste. It can't cut paste my new name over the old name. It literally had to delete all the comments, except for any of my pinned comments at the top of the comment thing. It kept those comments, but now those comments are attributed to no one. There's no name and no picture, but it shows a random comment that I pinned. And anyone I replied to, it says, you'll see their comment and it'll be like 2 replies or 1 reply, and you click it and there won't be a reply. So you can click view the replies, but the replies are gone now. So I had to go across every video that I've ever had any reply in and put in at the top, yo, all my comments got deleted. Sorry about that. However, I had to do this because if I didn't do it now, I would have had to do it in the future. And we would have probably lost the comments then too. So losing all my comments now, as far as I'm aware, is far superior than losing them later. And it needed to be a brand account at some point. So rip the band off I did. In good news though, around the time I did this, I got a lovely little email with a little PDF certificate thing saying, by the way, you've hit 750 subs on the main channel, which is very, very good and amazing because that is 3/4 of the way to 1,000, which makes you a YouTube partner. One hand, yeah, you can make money with it, which is really good. But the number 2 thing though is you need to be a YouTube partner to get help. You cannot contact anyone on the YouTube help thing if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, which is baffling. Before 1,000, you have to look at the forum posts and frequently asked questions, which makes it a fucking pain to figure out my way around YouTube sometimes. Because like Twitch, they got 3 or 4 different areas where they have settings. You have to know where every setting is for which screen to get shit done. So hopefully we can do that within the next month or 2 so I can start asking questions if I have them. Yeah, YouTube does things really weird. But like I said, luckily we won't need to do that again. We will not need to do that again. There are now 2 brand accounts and I still have the old account. So now every, we'll say 3rd time I log into YouTube, I get an error alert because it logs me in as lowercase strategist, not capitalized strategist. And it says, you don't have a YouTube channel, you should create a YouTube channel. Because the old channel is now just set as an owner channel or an owner account, and YouTube doesn't know what to do with that. And I'm not going to touch that. Everything is working right now. In the future, there may come a point where I need to have that fixed, but you know what? I'm gonna wait till after I have 1,000 so I can contact someone in YouTube and be like, can you fix this on your end without my account being borked? Troops are back. Troops are back. Mission report. Ray's slaughter shattered. In the mid-autumn. Wait, hold on.
Test.
Test.
I never shit.
I never saved the radio one. Is that you? We'll add a little bit of reverb and we'll lower the pitch, but increase the other one. There we go. I need to save this after this. I never saved the old-timey radio settings, but luckily they are saved in my brain and I can quickly remember how to do it. In the mid-autumn of 248, the reigning mechanism attacked the witch of pools of the ruthlessness of squares at Slaughter Shattered. The dwarf vampire Stephen Roberts Ford led the attack, and in the mid-autumn of 248, the dwarf vampire outmatched the goblin Kuznath Combolted with a cunning plan, and the attackers had a strong positional advantage in Slaughter Shattered. In the mid-autumn of 248, the dwarf vampire XACBC attacked the goblin Combolted. The goblin's right upper arm was smashed, the goblin's left ear was torn, the goblin's mouth was smashed. In the mid-autumn, that very same goblin was struck down. 4 hits XACBC? Oh, did not mean to do that. Shit, I hate when I accidentally zoom in the text. Took you 4 attacks, and what, was that it? And then 777 David attacked a goblin and killed him in 1 hit. The forces of the channels of speaking searched Slaughter Shattered and found nothing. The forces of the channels of speaking rampaged. Is it gone now? 8293. Yeah, that's all it says. Does that mean it's no longer there? I keep saying to take it down. I want this to be destroyed. I want that population to hit 0. All right, before we do that, pause. Let's see, 1, our military skills. And after I look at the military skills, I'll read the 1 dwarf. I haven't completely forgot. Squad. What do we have going? So I haven't read yet. This is just what they had before for skills. Pretty decent. We do a read. I have no clue. Oh wait, I probably should have specifically looked for who had gotten kills in there. But if he's killing more goblins, he's got to be getting more skills, I would assume. Maybe they'd be getting more skills if we were attacking someone that had more people in it. But I want that civilization to go away. I want them to just not exist anymore. All right. First of all. Oh, no, I remember what I was supposed to be doing. In here and then health. Read. Collapse all. Do any of them show wounds? They're tired. They're vampires and they have low endurance. So we'll wait a bit for them to no longer be tired. And then that one was just because I forgot. I'm not gonna have a proper excuse for that. Now, putting the portal in jail is what I'm working on. Who was it that got dwarf? Mr. Man. Mr. Man TM. Mr. Man TM has no friends. He only has passing acquaintances, but he does pray to the deity Gingik, who most often takes the form of a male dwarf and is associated with pregnancy, creation, crafts, and labor. Mr. Man TM recently thought, who cares what they think? Mr. Man TM is basically unbreakable and very agile, but she's susceptible to disease. Mr. Man TM likes native platinum, fine pewter, lace agate, worm-toothed breastplates, bloated tubers for their stout shape, the sound of the flute of amethyst, and the sight of the future tress. When possible, she prefers to consume giant echidna, whip wine, and ginkgo seeds. She absolutely detests mosquitoes. She has great musical sense, a very good feel for social relationships, and willpower. She dreams of raising a family someday. Hello, Tachulu. Now, has everyone gotten their breath? No. Zazit is very tired. How does Zazit have damage to the right lower knee, but it's not showing up here? Status tired. That's all you say, really? But they're not even tired. What about 777 David? Are they tired? 777 David's tired. Zazit wasn't. Unless I was looking at the wrong Zazit. Probably watching the wrong Zazit. Yes, I was. You know, you wouldn't be tired if you would just go to sleep instead of trying to watch a military demonstration. All right, we'll have to give them a bit. So I'd had a thought, besides taking out the goblins, that I really should at some point actually bring the magma up. You know, just this crazy thought, you know. At some point I was bringing magma up, and then at some point I just kind of stopped. If I were to bring this straight up, I mean straight up, we would eventually hit a cavern. A cavern that we already mostly have access to. So the room wouldn't need to be that big though. That's the issue, is that's the bottom wall I'm digging. If I was slightly smaller, wouldn't have that issue. I'm digging this room too big. Really don't need the room to be that big. If I go all the way back down, let's say instead I dig this. I dig out that room, everything else notwithstanding. It'll still hit that cave, we know this, but it's behind my, we'll say, secure area, so I don't have to worry as much. We just keep going up. Now, at some point, we will hit the second cave. That's the issue. We do come right out in the second cave. But again, I think we're mostly fine with the second cave. If I were to dig up to right below it, I wouldn't have to worry so much. Say we dig down 3. Oh, no, not dig down 3. Dig to the left 3. So we want to keep this in our secure area. Dig to the left 3. And then do an up there, a dig there, and then eyes all the way up. Because the problem is I kept trying to do it 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, and it was never getting done. So when I just order the massive amount of these floors to be done right now, and then later on we can go back and try to do the minutia, the mechanics in it. We'll do that. That'll give our miners something to do. Am I dead yet? I want a working shirt millstone, quern for easy mode. All right, the millstone I can do. Magma minecart fun. Not Bahun to me. Wait, no. We went over this. Try to remember how this was. Ba. Hunt. Ome. Bahun to me. Bahutom. Bahuntom. Fuck, I forgot your name. Who is fighting and why? Oh, that's just them sparring. This is why we need to send them out so they don't spar. That looks like it's strong amounts of sparring. If you have the energy to spar, you have the energy to kill. Let's go. Raid them again. I want it to be raids. Destroy the site. Destroy them. Hold on. Please and thank you. Who got dwarf? Sandhills Bell getting dwarf number 4. One, 2, 3, 4. What are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sandhills Bell, you will be. Oh, you're in the military. You're Bomrick. So we just sent you off to slaughter our enemies, as you do. The only problem is, did that go through? We're gonna have to wait. I can't read anything about you because you're not on the map right now. You are off in a goblin civilization who is there for peace and love and nature, and you are in fact descending upon them with all the ferocity of a war-trained dwarf who has succumbed to the curse of vampirism. So it's peaceful, we'll say. Enjoy the YouTube series, by the way. 1, thank you for your enjoyment. That sounds weird. I don't know how to say that normally. 2, we are going to do a massive pump stack. We are going to use a series of magma-proof, magma-safe screw pumps to slowly pump it up 1 Z level at a time until we get to the surface of the map. Problem is, this isn't a flat world, so I have to bring the magma up from level 15 to level 150. We have a bit of a distance to go. Because you can't, the problem is you can't pressure up. I'm trying to think of a way to do that, but you can't really. Well. So at this magma room in current fort, that is 11 by 11 by 2 room where I pump magma from a pump through a fortification where the magma takes forever to dry up. How about pouring water from the next seal up that would destroy the goblin item? Trying to collect any advice. Why don't you drain it? Goblinite is essentially at all the gear. If I kill a goblin and he has a long sword and he has a breastplate and he has boots and a helmet, regardless of what it's actually made of, that's just called goblinite because you didn't have to waste the resources crafting it or mining it or smelting it. Because goblins are the same size as dwarves, you can just wear their gear. So because it could be copper, bronze, iron, it's just collectively called goblinite. But yeah, the only thing I could think of is just, wouldn't you be able to just drain the magma? If you, I'm trying to think about how to do this normally. If you don't mind the fact that you would have to have extra squares, you said an 11 by 2. So what you were talking about, the top floor doesn't matter too much for getting rid of things. You were talking about having a room that I didn't dig at all. You're talking about having a room like this. If you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what all space you have below the magma. This is just an assumption I'm having to make do with. But if all those were in fact channels, and I'm talking about this is to drain it immediately. Also, how's the magma not melting the goblinite? I suppose iron wouldn't melt? But if below it you had just literally channeled down, and then here you had floodgates, I think that, yeah, the floodgates will stop it from above. You could immediately drain everything from here down below in a flash. Like, it would go away. Because anything above this would go down, any of these would update. Any one square is touched by, not counting the edge, is touched by at least 2. The edge, about what, a half the edge? A little over half the edge is only touched by 1. But even then, it gives up that, hold on. Math. Your average square touches at least 2 things, which means it has a 1 in 4 chance of updating and going down a hole. 1 in 4, or 2 out of 8, 1 in 4, 25%. However, ones on the edge only have 1 hole, but it's 1 in 5, so it's 20%. So slightly less per update of going down the hole. And then some of them are 50-50. If it all goes down, pressure being pressure, then it all goes down. As stupid as that sounds. Down here, you do the same thing. Pressure being pressure. And then so pressure can update, these all have to actually be connected. Oh, that one I went wrong? No, I didn't. I think that would be good enough. You don't need these ones on the inside. Except for the one in the middle. Something looks wrong. I definitely did this on 2 different lines. How did I do that? This is supposed to be up. That's throwing off my entire math. Because that's the hole from above, which means really the one in the middle is off. Just connect that like that and we're fine. Who cares? It only needs to connect to 1. Point being, if you do this right, the magma goes down and then down. You don't have it go far. You can't do legit pressure. You can't pressure up with magma, but you can still get magma to drain immediately. You can get magma to go all the way through. You know what? Screw this. We'll test this. I'm saying a bunch of things, but I didn't do a video on magma, did I? So anything I'm saying could in fact be complete bullshit if I haven't tested it. So let's do this. We'll dig this out, and then we'll channel below it. And then I will cheat up a bunch of magma here to test this. That's not draining. If you're talking about the evaporation levels at 1 out of 7, that's something completely different. That is not something I can work with. Because yes, if you put water on it, it'll create obsidian. But then at that point, it doesn't get rid of goblinite. We can check that out. The goblinite will fall down. Magma-proof grates. Like I said, I have an idea. I need to actually put the theory into practice, though. Army is back. Mission report.
That's it. In the late autumn of the year 248, the forces of the Channels of Speaking searched Slaughter-Shedded and found nothing. In the late autumn of the year 248, the forces of the Channels of Speaking rampaged throughout Slaughter-Shedded.
So there's no one there. Why isn't it gone? Animals. There are animals there. We're not killing the animals. I'm serious. I think that's what our issue is. We're going to raise, or we're going to steal livestock. I 100% don't think there's anyone left there, but because the animals are there, it's counting it as still having a population. So we are going to steal livestock. Everyone go back out. I didn't actually send that mission, did I? Yep, I didn't send that mission. So let's resend that mission. I forgot to do a detail, I guess. We will do raid. I want to remove these missions. Try this again. Raid this site with a detail of raising it. Escape. Assigned to the Earth and Lone Triangles. That has been assigned. We have the alerts, but before they go, we must read Sandhill's Bell, because we have so little opportunities to read her stats. Sandhill's Bell, you have 2 friends in the base. One of your friends is XACBC, and your other friend is Bahuntami, or Bahuntome. And you pray to Melbel, who most often takes the form of a female dwarf and associated with wisdom and scholarship. Sandhill's Bell recently thought there's no room for mercy in this world. Sandhill's Bell is unbelievably strong, amazingly agile, and basically unbreakable. Sandhill's Bell likes schist, steel, black opal, giant deer hoof, warhammers, bucklers, quivers, large serrated discs. Likes bucklers and quivers, also likes large. Just loves that large. Likes serrated discs, the words of the berry of skirts, and the sight of the fuchsia tress. When possible, Sandhill's Bell prefers to consume sorghum beer and absolutely detests worms. Sandhill's Bell has an iron will, but has a shortage of patience, a poor kinesthetic sense, and little linguistic ability. Sandhill's Bell dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Rampage for 1 bees. Well, I guess we had a new dwarf come in that wasn't a vampire. Let us make sure we have enough coffins. We do. Good. To Chulu, who was I again? Give me a sec. The door in jail. Build door. There you go. Artifact door by jail. Complete. Who was I again? T'Chulu. T'Chulu, you are a vampire who didn't recently think anything because T'Chulu was recently overthrown by the stresses of day-to-day living. T'Chulu is amazingly agile, incredibly strong, and tough, but T'Chulu likes borax, rose gold, lavender jade, elkbird antler, Ramie fabric, the color aquamarine, patch covers, and the sound of the blaze of style. When possible, she prefers to consume pendant amaranth beer and absolutely detests flies. She has a great kinesthetic sense, a great feel for the surrounding space, and good creativity. But she has a shortage of patience, an iffy sense for music, and lousy intellect. She dreams of mastering a skill someday, and this dream was realized. Yep, still dumb. I'm still derm. I don't think it'll let you redeem something. I've got a list of, like, you don't have to worry about it. That's saving. We're gonna let this save take a little bit because I want to show you something. That way you don't have to worry about this. When you guys are requesting this, this is the screen I'm always popping up. Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of everything. I click this to all requests and I see everything that you guys have requested. That is why I'm doing this. So if you've requested it, you don't need to request it again. It's just how fast will I see it in the list is what we're waiting on. Yes, push up. I see the push ups. Why are you ordering more push ups? There's already other push ups. Stop asking for the push ups. Still have a backlog from last time. All right. It's the beginning of the day. We'll crank out 10 of these just to get to the backlog from last time. Four. 7. 8. 9. All right, 2 of the backlog. And I see everyone's filling the... You know, if you guys keep it overfilled, I'm never going to get through it. So it makes it take longer for me to find the other things requested, I'm just saying. How long? There's the time. All right, 20 minutes. I got to remember because I didn't start the timer, unfortunately. We want you to get swole. I can't even do one of those. They're not that hard. How do I put this? There are 3 forms to those. If you can't do the legit form, you can do one of the 2 reduced forms to get up to that point. Really what it comes down to is I wouldn't say I'm overly fit or strong compared to anyone. It's just there's... How do I word this? There's a mentality. Everyone is stronger than they think they are. Really what they're working against is the safety limitations. Oh, the goblins have returned. Have our dudes returned though? All right, finally we've gotten a goblin invasion, and I don't even have the base set up to force them through the door down below. There's not that many of them, though. Like, I'm not even worried that our guys aren't back. We're all a bunch of vampires. Aren't we just going to slaughter these dudes? Yeah, he's already shooting at them. Who is this?
What summer is this? I don't remember.
I don't remember the dwarven months right now off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna have to use regular fucking dates, but...
On the 6th of October in the year 248, the vile wave of darkness beset upon us from one of the goblin strongholds approached our front gate. But lo, did stand a solitary figure of justice. Was it? Could it be? Yes, it was. Hellfire Skyrim, proud patriot of the dwarven mountain home, stood defiant in the front door, next to his pet dog, unnamed. Ah, yes, the brave dog unnamed, compatriot of Hellfire Skyrim. Could these two defend us from the vile wave of darkness? And lo, did his bolts fly true, and the ground was covered in goblin blood. But those treacherous, wee assholes did beset themselves upon our dog, for they knew they could not stand up to the might of Hellfire Skyrim, but had to sate their bloodthirst some way.
I kind of lost the train of thought at the end there. Did they just kill him, or is that just a dog? Oh, okay, he took a bolt to the head and got hurt. Yeah, I need the squad here. I need the boys. Where are the boys? It doesn't take them that long normally to get back. All right, now is Hellfire dead, right? I think Hellfire's dead now. Yeah, Hellfire died. F. No, the boys aren't dead. I hope. When did they set out? Does it say when they set out? Missions. Is that where he is right now? Or is that just where he's going? Wait for him to come back. Because I don't have a working military otherwise. Who is arranged? The healing channels. Yeah, that is the hunters. But we do have other hunters. I'm sure together, if we randomly recruit them into the military, they will be able to bravely defend us. I never did shut down this door is the issue. All right, who's under attack? Are you gonna bravely defend yourself? Waldschrat MX. Come on, Waldschrat, we have faith in you. Is there at least goblin blood on the ground? How are we getting our asses beat in by regular goblins now? Like, I know they don't have gear, but come on. Use your vampiric strength. Do something. There goes Waldschrat. Good night, Mr. Man. Wait, I fucking shot myself again. Not necessarily. Again, like, if you don't know what your material is, I don't know what your material is. I'm not gonna promise you a material if I don't know what your material is. I can fill stuff in the suite with the material, but I'm able to get a lot more worth out of it if the walls are engraved than if I were to replace them with constructed walls. So I don't want to switch out the walls for anything. Who died? Waldschrat. Dwarf kill. Waldschrat MX. I think that should still work. Why are people up on the wall? Are we gonna like 100 Spartan this man? I wonder if we can make the goblin dodge off the wall. Oh god, they're dogpiling him. Or they're trying to run through him? I'm doing it one step at a time because I assumed that there was gonna be a dodge off the wall. But apparently we're just charging through the blades. I'm not wrong, right? There's not even that many goblins. Where the fuck is the military? You know what it is? They're being delayed because they're having to bring the stupid beak dogs back. The beak dogs are slowing them down. Oh, they're back. I'm only seeing 2 of them? Maybe they're just not on the map yet. Yeah, they're coming back. What are these? You're supposed to be having animals, not chests. What are you hauling? A chicken leather backpack with potato plants. Did I click the wrong thing and they brought back gear and not animals? Because the problem is until they get into the, Can I give them a station command now? I can't, yeah, until they return to the tavern, I can't give them any orders. Because the way the game's programmed, they have to go all the way back to the tavern first. They can defend themselves, but they count as new arrivals. I can't give them orders. Somehow just got slaughtered of all the adamantine? How? What the fuck is this bullshit? How the hell do you get stripped of your adamantine? What made you drop your adamantine axe? The goblin axeman hacks the vampire in the right lower arm, but the attack is deflected by the adamantine gauntlet. The force pulls the right elbow, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. A ligament was torn, a tendon was torn, making her lose her grip. How does that make sense? You're a vampire. You're strong as hell. I can't give them a concentrated command until they hit the tavern. And somehow these are the world's strongest goblins? What the shit is going on? How are regular goblins taking out vampire, adamantine equipped vampires? This is why I end up building defensively. Sometimes I don't understand the combat. Hectic Hermit is dead. Not a named dwarf, but Necro's Fox was. They were a minor and in our military. Necrose. Necrose Fox died. Did we win? We won, but at what unholy cost? We had 9 before. We only lost 1 dwarf, Necrose Fox. Brisme, thank you so much for following. And look, they're still hauling things for the love. Oh, and they brought the dogs. For the love of God, stop it.
Thank you so much.
Tapioca's now dead. I don't know when Tapioca got taken out. Thank you so much for following, Brisme. If you are not already dwarfed, you can type an exclamation mark dwarf to get one of the dwarves named after you. And then we can all sit there and wonder how the hell you died as a vampire to a couple of regular old goblins with copper weaponry. Meanwhile, I have to... I need like a picture in the background. Just because I need to load up that good old Simon Swerwer. Need like a picture in the background. Need like a not be right back, but a be right back. Just because Sound Sense stops the music. Here we go. Sound Sense stops the music whenever you have combat. And does not resume it. Alright, so we took out the goblins. Don't know what assault that was supposed to have been. We lost one of our military, which I find the most annoying. Was how anyone was taking damage at all.
Oh, the dwarf has been possessed by an unknown force.
Curse's 18 has been possessed. I mean, you say that, but our military was wicked strong. If I go over to squad before they died.
A dwarf has claimed a workshop.
I'm gonna have to read because they're not there. Because they started to leave. But if what was it, attributes? Oh, you're right. They don't have like any. All their descriptions said they were wicked strong. Must have been a different stat I was thinking of. But even so, adamantine. 30% stronger with adamantine and some military skills. That is kind of the problem. What it is we need 2 melee squads. I only have enough adamantine to equip 1. We need 2 melee squads. 1 to be on defense so I can actually say, hey, for the love of God, fight the goblins. Because there's always this happened in my last base too. There is a critical weak point when your guys come back from a raid where you can't tell them what to do for some reason. So they just sit there and they fight one-on-one. If I'd been able to say, hey, go attack these goblins and got all the military in at the same time, we wouldn't have taken a single casualty. But because it was whoever was bogged down the least fights first by himself versus 5 goblins, he gets overwhelmed. Seized livestock, rampaged, fled. In the early winter, channels of speaking destroyed, slaughter shattered. Yeah, that was it. Wait, no, it's still there. What do you mean destroyed? How am I still seeing it? They made a new one already? How did you make a new one? Wait, hold on. What the shit is this? I'm at peace with these ones. Who are these people? How is there randomly a new goblin civilization and I'm at peace with them? The uncommon evil and I'm at peace with them. All right, fine. I don't understand how that worked, how they got there in like the 1 week between me killing it. But sure, we're gonna replace a civilization of goblins we're at war with one I guess we're at peace with. All you really need is a spear shield. It's adamantine. You are not gonna have a leaner military than adamantine. They might as well be wearing paper for the amount of weight it has. What is everyone doing? We have to wait for them to rest and store things in stockpiles and the like. Meanwhile, Stephen Robert is doing an individual combat drill / resting. Who was it that died? Necro's Fox? What was lethal? I don't know. He's attacking the goblin, and then he is found dead. How did he die? An artery was opened by attack. Do they bleed? I mean, like, they have blood, but do they, like, die of blood loss as a vampire? Can you die of blood loss as a vampire? I feel like that's anti what I thought a vampire was. Don't quote me on that, though. This ghost walking by. I knew I heard dwarf guy. Hey, ghost word. Well, yeah, but I've already smelted a full adamantine kit for 1 squad. I thought we had more. Somewhere we lost like a couple hundred adamantine. I don't know what happened to it. It's both blood loss and hunger. They weren't that hungry, though. All right, we're gonna wait for our dwarves to carry things around. I don't want to go out on an offense yet, mostly because I don't know. Let me look for Beak Dog. I don't know if we're gonna get another assault by the goblins. So I'm not going to send my military squad out yet, mostly because I want to save them for the defense. Second, I want to fill in this front door. I'd had the interest at some point to make the goblins go down below, if anyone recalls. That's supposed to be the system. We are no longer doing that system. Now that we're finally under attack again. So this top area up here will be turtled. This top area isn't us. This tower is us. This is just where I have the animals and random tree things. So I see no reason to let this be vulnerable. What is a nest box? Here we go. Let us finish the beak dog enclosure. Obsidian blocks. Gonna go charge my phone. See you guys and get back home. All right, Tachulu, see you then. So we're not all dead yet. We are not all dead yet. We destroyed one town of one goblin civilization, only to immediately have it get absorbed by the civilization that the one goblin civilization was civil warring against. It's kind of funny. But now we have a bunch of dwarves hauling things every which way, so we have to wait a bit. Including the dead bodies. I feel like these... Who are these? Oh, these are elves. We should just dump them. I don't want the elven bodies out here. I don't need these. If you're not a dwarf, then I don't care. We'll throw them in a refuse and smush them. The beak dogs are allowed to get to the nest boxes when they get assembled. Like so. And they're already laying eggs. With 6 fertilized eggs. Hell yeah, forbid that. Start true breeding our own beak dogs. I'm here to do more sex investigations. They have grass in there. We're good on the grass. And forbid those eggs. Uh-oh. A bunch of guinea pigs grew up, so now we gotta butcher a bunch of them. It's guinea pig butchering season. And what is this? You're a below ground crop? Okay. Holy shit, did that sun come out from behind the clouds, didn't it? Hold on. No, last time too, what didn't help is I didn't know till after the stream, I had the blinds open. The blinds are closed today, but last time they were open. Which made it very bright through the green. Low tier suite for Bahun to me. The Sos Man. Build cabinet. And a chest. Do I have any stone chests? We have a lot of these. Whatever. Chest. Table. chair. And I'll set this to Bahoon to me so I can remember. Statue of all the previous incarnations of Mr. Man TM. If they exist. Stukos Smakuk. You said previous, not current. Stukos Smakuk. I can't order it yet because we still have a guy with a mood. I have to wait still. Are these things working? Or what working? The push-ups? But yeah, I do them at seasonal change. I'm not doing them in the middle of... I have a massive backlog of them. No, but okay, so that was my thought earlier. You are stronger, whoever I was talking to, I was all inspirational, all that good jazz, I swear. Whoever the hell I was talking to. You're stronger than you think you are. Your body, for safety measurements, or for safety reasons, like, subconsciously makes you stop earlier than you think you can. They, like, you have to get through this if it's not like, oh, you know, he did football and things like that, he's physical. No, that's not quite it. Like, cause I've seen the coaches have them do push-ups and stuff for that. That's just getting them to do physical things to be physical. Now, at some point is there a hole in this? What is this? Weird. At some point, they word it really very poorly in the military, at least for today's internet allowed speech, will say. But they work the weakness out of you in that they just get you to just push through it. Essentially, it's not even really a proper question of strength or endurance. At least at the low numbers. Don't get me wrong. Strength and endurance help. Don't get me wrong on that. But people can do one. Like if you think you can't do one, you can. There's literally just a mental break that you have to get through. And it's not even like, oh, you have to overcome that. Like, I'm not claiming that. There are some people that's rather difficult. I had professional assholes yell at me and make me fear for my life to do so. Let's be clear on this. I'm not claiming some measure of mental fortitude that, but it's a thing. It's a thing to overcome. At lower levels, it's a mental thing. It's not a physical thing. Oh, Ghostward, they're still there. I'm working through them. At the end of the first seasonal change, I only got through 2 of the 3 that were left over from last stream. Shirt Millstone is going to be on my requisition for a while because Millstone needs to be powered. And it's going to give me a bit before I can have a powered Millstone. Now, next up, I need to channel all of these down. And I believe I have been slowly telling them to dig up a massive amount of tunnels. And by that, I mean they haven't done a single one. Why? What? Oh, he started digging them from back to front. Well, that's confusing. All right, maybe he has been working on them. Question, we had one of our miners in our military, and I think it was the miner that died. Are we down to 1 miner? Mine King, where are you? I have 1 miner. Holy balls. All right, bartender, bookbinder, that's not one of the jobs I call, so you are a hauler. 2 brewmasters, builder, chief, dyer, farmer, fish cleaner, gym setter, grease hunter, mason. I think I lost the builder in there somewhere. Mechanic, Military X, military, mine, nurse, pretty, pump. Actually, pump operator, I'm just going to direct send you to being a miner. See-through builder, stone grinder, survivalist, swordsman. Dragoman, why are you just called a swordsman? Military sword, that's weird. Thresher is a hauler. He began the trapper as a hunter. He has begun his construction in the back. Tree hater, water wizard, Weaver's Guild, wood chipper. Commit all of those. Go back to hunters. Hold on. Do another read. Collapse all. I meant haulers, not hunters. Which one of you be the best for mining? Because we only have 2. I'm gonna switch this gentleman over to a mine king. Now we're back up to 3. There we go. Fix those numbers. And Tolfis. Tolfis, thank you so much for following.
Thank you so much.
And if you wish to become a named dwarf in the game, all you have to do is type in !dwarf, DWARF, or !dwarf, DORF. So he started his mood. That was down here, right? No, it wasn't. Who had the mood? The Chulu with the resub, thank you so much.
UWU.
What? Hold on. It did the Texas speech, and I didn't hear it. Now this is making me send thanks. What did it say?
UWU.
Oh, uwu. It literally said UWU. No wonder I couldn't understand what they were saying. And then Tolfis getting dwarf number 2. One, 2. Tolfis, you are currently a grease monkey. You're our engineer. We use you for the mechanics and the like. We're gonna give it a little bit. Hopefully I don't forget. I try not to, but if I do, remind me. It just takes like 45 seconds to your nickname to propagate through the different Dwarf Fortress screens. I don't know why it takes so long. The boss isn't hip? Okay. All right. Tolfis. I believe that was long enough. Grease Monkey Vampire. Your 2 friends are Death Star 175, a perpetually crippled vampire who got injured before succumbing to the curse, and you have a pet guinea pig pup. So you have a pet baby guinea pig. And you pray to Leaves, who most often takes the form of a female dwarf and associated with discipline. So now we all know what you're into. Tolfis recently thought one should always return a favor. Tolfis is unbelievably strong and basically unbreakable. Tolfis likes chromite, trifle pewter, resin opal, hamster leather, giant ibex hoof, coral, the color tan, gizzard stones, high boots, barrels, earrings, cows that are haunting moos, the words of the sheen of meandering, and the sound of the flute of amethyst. When possible, she prefers to consume apricot wine and absolutely detests purring maggots. She has a very good focus, a great deal of patience, and a way with words, but she has meager creativity, bad intuition, a very bad sense of empathy, and a poor memory. She dreams of mastering a skill someday.
Oh, it's completed.
And Curses 18 has created Togumal, a granite cabinet. She claims it as a family heirloom. Togumal means verse weights, a granite cabinet, worth 39,600 dwarf bucks. This is a granite cabinet. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is studded with iron, decorated with apricot wood and giraffe leather, and encircled with bands of warthog leather and giant hyena leather. The object menaces with spikes of iron, and on the item is an image of a giant kakapo in granite. On the item is an image of a cushioned cabacon in schorl. So it's encrusted with a cushioned cabacon cut schorl. Right? Sometimes they word those weird. Can caves become vampires? No, they cannot. It's not that I'm aware of. Ye gods, not a cabinet. All right, hold on. I need to finish. I had assigned Bahun Tamiz. Now he needs an office. Bahun Tami got his. Where is your request? Blow to. God damn, you guys filled in the push-ups of cadence again, didn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys have almost nearly hit the fucking the stream limit within the first hour. By the way, what are we for recordings? Yeah, we're at an hour and a half. I suck at remembering 20 minutes. So for those of you who are catching the archive when I upload it to YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.